Hi everyone, it's Kim here with Sunshine Creations and Crafts. A girlfriend of mine called and her stepdaughter is going to have a baby. So she asked me to do her card for her. Now, I have never done a congratulations on a pregnancy card yet. So this one's taken me actually a while to put together. Just kind of wasn't able to come up with the ideas, but I'm going to put this one together. Hopefully she'll like it. Now the Cricut cartridge that I used, this is a Cricut Light cartridge. It's called 9 Months, and it's got some really adorable cutouts. The one that I chose was the little pregnant lady here, and I cut her out at 4 inches. So let's put her together first. This is some paper that I had in my stash. It actually has a school theme on the back, but I liked how it has some little like lines and stuff. It makes it look like her hair. If you cut it out any smaller than 4 inches, the little eyeball doesn't actually cut out very well. I cut this out at 3, and I didn't like the size of it, and I didn't like how the eyeball, I tried to hand do the eyeball, but I didn't like how that turned out, so I cut it a little bigger. Let's put her together. These are just 3 cuts. You've got the base of the body, which ends up being the hair, and then you have the second layer, which is her skin tone, and then the third layer, which is her dress. I haven't used this cartridge yet. I don't even remember when I bought it, actually. Had it for a long time, I'm sure, with the intention of doing my own baby books, or when I was pregnant with my boys. I don't know what this paper is. It was in my scraps, so, but you can use any paper really. And I wanted to point out, when you cut out the dress, which is this here, it also has a little tiny sliver which is for her mouth. Well, obviously I'm not going to put a blue mouth on her, so I cut it out in pink, and that gave me her pink mouth, and that's the blue. So I guess if she was cold, she would have a blue one, huh? And that's her dress. I was trying to find a scrap piece of paper that had pink and green and blue in it, because they don't know what the gender of the baby is. So this is what I came up with. Having a hard time getting that lined up. Just a minute here. Yeah, like I said, I just, for some reason, I couldn't put this one together. The design, I kept going through my cartridges thinking, you know, no, that's more of a baby card, which I made a couple baby cards while I was at it. Alright, so we want to put our little mouth on, and we're talking little. You may even want to use your zig for this, but I didn't pull that out. So there's her pretty mouth, and she's very happy. There you go. Now, you could, like I did with the little one, you know, draw on some eyelashes, but for this one here, I think I'm just going to leave it. Okay, so let's put the card together. I found some pink and some blue. This is just a basic cardstock, and I ran it through my Cuttlebug with the circles. And these are both cut at 2 inches by 5 1/4. So let's put that down. I'm using the glue because I want to make sure that I have the ability to reposition it easily without ripping the paper, because it's a real light paper. So you know, I don't want to rip it if I have to straighten it out at all. And out of all the stamps I have, I do not have a single stamp that says anything about Mother to Me. And I didn't find anything on any of my Cricut cartridges. that said mother to be. So we're going to do a congratulations for her. All right, now the next thing I want to do is I want to lay this across here. I thought about doing it this way, but you'll see why in a minute. I cut this, this is just basic white cardstock. I'm using a Spellbinders die, and just a side note, you might want to put an extra piece of cardstock or a shim if you're using the Spellbinders that have the little tiny holes, because it gets stuck and you literally have to take, you know, like a paper piercer and sit and poke out, you know, every single one of the holes so that this comes up easily. So that's just a little clue there. So I'm going to be putting her on top of this, and I want to be able to see that ribbon with the little feet. So I'm going to put it this way, and then I'll cut it down. Some score tape. And then this kind of has, you know, green and pink and yellow, and put that right across the middle. And then I'll trim it up. This is Opry from Joann's. And get my ribbon scissors here. You know, see how I originally tried to make it into a banner, but didn't end up wanting it that way, so. Get that aside. Okay, now I'm thinking we want to pop this up a little bit, so let's get some foam dimensionals. And I actually got this at the 99-cent store. And it comes in a roll, but it was falling apart, so I had to put it in a bag. And yeah, we're going to pop this up. See how I have to go through and use my scissors and sort of give it a little extra help there. So next time I know with this particular die that I have to put a shim or an extra piece of cardstock in there to really push it down well. All right. Got that on there. Now we're going to put some glue on her. I'm trying to get it on the edges so that it stays down real well. And I got to use my tweezers. Trying to get her perfectly in there. Isn't she cute? And then I have a decision to make here. If I want to put this on top of this and set it down here, or that's too plain. Okay, so we're going to put it on the ribbon. Look at, I messed up, so I had to flip it over. These particular stamps, I don't know where I got them from. Let me show it to you. They look straight on here, but when you stamp it, it's at an angle. So I had to mess around with it a little bit. Okay, so let's put that there. And then I'm going to trim so that it's even. And I'm thinking we need to pop that up a little bit too. was just sitting here thinking, oh, she doesn't have any shoes. But that's okay. You know what? I think I'm going to put that, well, let's try it up here as well. No, I don't want to cover her face. I'll put that on the very edge as best as I can. Okay. I see I have a little bit of trimming up to do. This is kind of hanging off, but I don't need to do that on camera. All right, so there it is. The cut is really cute. I had, like I said, I struggled with the design, so do you realize what I just did? Look. I put it on upside down. Wow, this card is really giving me a hard time. I'm going to go ahead and I'll cut this off and put it on different cardstock. I'm sure some of you have done that before. Love to hear your stories. All right, talk to you later. Bye.